game. So uh th when it comes to rhythm, I think it would be nice if the 1 to 3 star maps in Osu Standard experiments with rhythm. Because that's what makes rhythm dominant games rhythm games. They're not fast or mechanically like glass ceiling. They're just emotionally rhythm dominant. So even a song that has like one track with one beat, like it's 80 BPM or something, you still have to tap it to a rhythm. So it can make it a little bit anxious and whatnot. And I'll let you. This game has 3 inputs. And Fictitious made a joke about the space bar. The dodge bar. You'll understand. So there's a third input, and I decided to put it on my keyboard with blue switches. So it's the down arrow. So I'm using like a down arrow and this like I don't know what to call it. It's called Sugar Rush, but it's like a power time, which like makes it not input unique. So I'm using my right hand on my thing, and I'm still using my keypad for the 2 dominant ones, and it feels really weird. Blue switches, man. Blue switches. But this game is very casual. Like, what I mean is it has a narrative that's like a full package, and it has like thematic charts, all original music and all original charts, and they even have seated appropriately a randomizer for charts, which is what I've been doing for a bit. But, and it's a big but, like a wide but, this game's score and combo requirement for like a 3-star rating is outrageous. Like, absolutely outrageous. Like, it blindsides casual players. Yes, a big wide butt. Like, what I mean is it's a really casual game, right? It's very loose and whatnot, and suddenly it's like, hey, I know a person who plays rhythm games will only like average 90% AC on this game, but guess what? To get 3 stars, that's the bare minimum to even have an opportunity at 3 stars. Like, it's I don't know where they got the threshold, but this game's a window, like the AC window, so between 300s, 100s, and 50s. 100s, the difference between a 100 and 300 is less than 20 milliseconds. I think that's how I feel. Like right now, it's less than 20 milliseconds. So it's like OD 10, 11, if 11 exists, all the time. And you have to get 90% AC or plus to get the 3 stars. And slow songs are still a nightmare because the timing window is ridiculous. So I don't know if they're gonna change this up. This game was just released in the beginning of February. Yes, it is. It is. Oh, it does? Oh, okay. So it is. It's closer to that timing window. And it's still around 90% too. So like Coffers was showing me Muse Dash, right? Coffers was showing me Muse Dash. It's about the same too. You can still get an S around 90 to 93%. So it's set there too. But the thing is, this is an indie game that is supposed to be cute. There's some Zoomer humor and like millennial humor in this game. And it's supposed to be thematic and gimmicky and stuff. Like, the charts are supposed to reflect the gimmickiness and theme of like the story, the little clips and stuff. But the cutoff of score and unlockables and achievements are set to games like Muse Dash and Dance of Fire and Ice and Osu Standard or Osu Mania. And my thought was, that sucks. So when you come in, you're expecting like, oh, this is a casual game. But to complete the game, you need to be up to Osu Mania standards and Muse Dash standards. So the vast majority of players will only get 2 stars in combo and score if they really play it a lot. It took me about 9 to 11 hours, like reading the dialogue and stuff, to leisurely get and play all the tracks. But I would love to see, I mean, this is a recent game. It's like, its MSRP is $15, but it's a 10% discount because it's launch week, right? Well, it's no longer launch week, but it was launch week. So I bought it because it was super cute. And I saw that it had 2 inputs. So I was like, dude, I can do low BPM tapping. And just like, you're supposed to use 2 fingers, you know, like Mania, like use 1 and 1, and then like shift 1 to hit a 3rd button kind of thing. But instead, I just combined it so that I do like the Osu standard way. And the having to do triples backwards is nice. Like being forced to do, like, since I don't fully alt anymore, I start on my dominant hand and reset. This game requires that you don't reset on 2 fingers because I don't play Mania. It doesn't, you know, Mania does too, but I don't play Mania. So I wanted to play a cute game that was easy to complete. I was not disappointed by being surprised, but this game's threshold is ridiculous. But let me give you an example. Actually, I need to get the 3 stars of these things, so I had Coffers play this too. I had Coffers play this like offline to really know if it's just me. Am I just really, really bad at rhythm? But no, it's the window is really tight. It's unnecessarily tight. For a casual game. Like I would increase it to maybe OD9. That's like 60 milliseconds. What is it? What is OD9 in Osu standard? Is it plus or minus 60 milliseconds? Something like that, right? I feel like it's plus or minus, because like whatever I'm doing in Osu standard is not precise enough. It's definitely not precise enough for this game. I gotta blow my nose. One sec. In a way, I like it too. So I'm gonna play. I like how stringent it is. Anyways, it kind of shows me that I need to refine my rhythm. So I've been using this to, like, I don't know, get a sense of rhythm, I suppose. And it's cute. You know, it's a cute game. Wait. What the heck just happened? Okay. All right. I tried to alt. See, that's where I mean by Osu standard doesn't force rhythm, because I just alted. I wanted to hit right left immediately when I hear the music. I wanted to right left because they're singles, so I alternate on single jumps, but it's right immediately, and I just failed twice in a row without paying attention. Oh, I tried alt there again, like a Papega. Wait. I gotta show you a track beforehand though. It's their version of Baby Metal, in my opinion. These are all the devs, the dev group. By the way, this is an indie group. It's their first game, and they got tinyBuild's publisher to publish this game. It's a really small group, like 6 or 7 people, but largely 4 or 5 developers, and then the rest are like collectively. And then tinyBuilds is a large publishing group for small games like this. This one. Also, standard doesn't help me with warming up to this game though. Rip. And this part, I just want to see Sun play this part because I have no room. Coffer's was really good. You'll see what part I'm talking about in a sec. The polyrhythmic section. I'm only hitting the right one because I don't know how to hit the left one. I can't. I'm not that rhythm inclined. Sorry. I don't know how it works. It's like dun 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 dun. This is like one of the main themed boss levels. But their catalog is like a simplified no vocal version of lots of the trendier like rhythm based things. So it's eclectic. It's fairly eclectic. It's a small game. I don't know, since it's new, it's hard to know if they're gonna release DLC for this or not. Like more tracks. The story is funny. I personally, I think the story is pretty funny. And it's not like a full like drama kind of thing. It's more like little clips and skits. Like when you land on Candy Lane, you need to get into Sugar Daddy's club. The bouncer in front of Sugar Daddy's club is a Lord of the Rings nerd, and you make friends with him just by listening to him nerd out to Lord of the Rings. Your character Sprout doesn't say anything, but the idea is to design all the dialogue. He doesn't literally say anything. Things like that. And there was some debates, some memes. And to make the game ever interesting, they've seeded randomizers for the game. So, or you can do it completely random. I don't know how you play completely random. I keep doing that. What up? So what they did was they mapped different seeds, like different patterns, and you can shuffle them. So then it will just be like some random mix. But it wouldn't be random as in like when you're mapping OSU standard, where it doesn't really matter which finger or which input. You could turn it totally random and it's a nightmare because everything feels like it's arrhythmic. But when they shuffle, they have different seeds of the same map that has a pattern to it, the rhythm patterns to it. So you have like this one that I played before, but now it's just gonna be different. The space bar, the big bar, is the dodge one. That's the only reason you have an HP meter. Every time you miss the dodge bar, you lose HP. And to get HP back, you can combo or use your sugar rush once a song. But they don't score anything. So space bars are not worth any points, and it's not worth it doesn't advance your progress to the end. And my spacebar is my right hand. Everything else is on my left hand. But I haven't developed the memory yet to not try to use my left hand to hit the spacebar. So it's the largest like obstacle right now I have. And I can't combo. Can't combo game. The nice thing about this game though, I don't know if you agree with me when it comes to OSU standard stuff, you can get a 3-star in score without comboing. And then you can combo without getting a good score. So you can get a 3-star combo without getting a good score. That's just low AC FCing as usual, right? Your OSU standard stuff. But you can get a score without comboing. You can get a high score without comboing. Like if you like break in the middle. If you break in the middle, it's fine. If you're super accurate, you'll still get a high score. There's no score multiplier. There's no combo multiplier that makes it absurd that you can't just get a good score, like be really on point one time and then suddenly be robbed of score. So generally my highest obstacle is comboing, because here, I'm gonna play this map, and this is my worst map easily, and it's rated at 5 chilies or 5 stars, right? On their scale of 10. And I'll let you figure out why it's the worst. And it's pretty obvious because it deals with OSU standard too. Why this is the worst ever. This is what Sun would link me if he wanted to troll me. Like a map like this, or a chart like this. I guess we'll call them charts. I still can't get it. And they were like low act. All of them were low act, so. Oh, and I don't know if you can you. Oh wait, V, you're here. Can you tell me? Can you whiff in Osu Mania? Like just whiff. This game you can whiff. No, like whiff as in like, you know how in the beginning we always like tap before a map starts? All of them would count as misses immediately. Yeah, you can whiff by like multi-inputting. So for example, say you double tapped on one note, right? And it was on time and there wasn't any other notes around it, it's fine. Oh, no whiffing in Mania? This game has whiffing. So, you know you're whiffing a lot because of when it goes, like, say they do a penta, right? They tell you to do a penta, but start on your non-dominant finger, and you just keep doing it. Oh, okay. Okay, there is a leniency. This game has no leniency. Even during cutscenes, like if there's a cutscene, if you tap anything, it's just gonna count as a miss. And, like, it's intolerably, like, punishing. So, the worst part in my opinion about how brutal this is when you get like I'll show you if you get something. Dude, the triples, I can't do triples, man. I can't do triples in this either, and these are low BPM triples. It's it feels like around like 140. Too much repetition of bursts like that. Yeah, dude. And when you lose track in this, it's just gone. Like I just can't resume. Sun does it all the time though. He'd be like, all right, I'm gonna pause and then resume. I'm like, okay. I'm just like shattered. Everything is like 3 beats off. I'm getting used to it though. I'm getting used to like dropping a beat and then picking up in the next beat, I guess. But here's what I'm talking about. It gets really hard to resolve. Did you ever think to yourself, like when you burst 5 times, right? If you burst penta, you'll end up on your pointer finger, right? But if you burst penta on your middle finger, you'll end up on your middle finger. But if you burst 6, you'll end on your opposite finger, right? You know, like odds are on the same finger, evens are on the opposite finger. But then in Mania, you have to consider yourself what your starting finger is, and I'm just atrocious. Like Osu Standard has spoiled me. It's the biggest crutch, and combine that with extra tapping. Like I have a habit of ending bursts on my pointer finger more than my middle finger, because my pointer finger is often the starting finger. And it becomes so like, so what happens in this game is you'll whiff on air a lot. Like you get, and when it gets really crazy, like it feels everything is so squished. So you get like 4, stop, half beat, 7, half beat, 5, half beat, 4. Like my fingers get stuck to a rhythm of doing the same thing. So like I would play like 4, instead I would do 4, 8, miss 1 because it's a 7, and then 5, great, then 4 and I miss 1 because I tap it like a 5. You know what really annoys me in Mania? When you go from 4K to 7K in Mania, the key colors. Are you serious? Wow, that's kind of mean. So like index goes from what? That, wow, that's wait, you've played 7 keys in Mania? I should really try Mania. This has gotten me really interested in Mania. I strayed away from these type of games for a while because my rhythm is really terrible. Like really terrible. Sun just does it even though he doesn't have to. See, that's the difference, right? Sun rhythm taps in Osu standard even though he doesn't have to. Like he knows where downbeats are, so he can accent the downbeat when he's tapping, which is what this game is mimicking with using different inputs, like different unique inputs. You naturally end up emphasizing one or the other, which is kind of interesting. Like triples feel like tap 1 2, right? You know, like 1 2 3, 1 2 3, instead of just 1 2 3, like just all the same. When you see a triple, you want to tap all 3 of them the same, just low steady consistency. In this game you just want to nail the triples. But anyways, this is a good example where I whiff all the time because I lose track of where I am. I don't know how to describe this song. You know what? This is a jam for you and Coffers. I feel like this is a song that resonates with you and Coffers. I mean, it's already pink. It's called we're in Cotton Candy Kingdom. So, I mean, what more can I say? Like this is you. I mean, there's a chance you might even draw this at some point. You know, blocky, cotton candy, trees, sugar daddy. All right. I was early. Pretty. Ugh. It has a bit of a Akatsuki record vibe as well. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Ugh. That's what Sugar Rush does. It just turns everything into perfects and then gives you a little bit of bonus, but that's about it. I call this bubble pop, but I think it's more like, oh, that's a good point. Bubble pop. Yeah, I like that. Future pop can end up being sometimes like future pop could end up being something like deep house sounding from time to time. I really like bubble pop. That's a great one. Because it's very bouncy. It's a very bouncy, like, there's no real, like, I guess the word I would say is it's very colorfully bouncy, which kind of reminds me of Bubbles. Yeah, it's usually, yeah, it can, yeah, indeed. Well, this game, the devs, like most of the tracks, they're at most 2 staggered tracks. Like the harder tracks tend to have like polyrhythmic stuff where the drummer or like another instrument is on a different beat, like a different set of rhythms, and it can be a little difficult to distinguish, but generally the devs or the people who made the music, the dev group itself, stuck with like single tracks, and they're really prominent because it's, you know, it's rhythm forward, right? So you see repeated chorus, they're really themed. Like you saw that every time I met up with the marshmallow, it's that specific chorus, and it's supposed to feel like you're tapping to, you know, it's rhythm forward. So it's kind of nice, but it's also all or none. Like I can't just worry about the timing, just the timing. I actually have to get the rhythm down, which it's terrible. I'm just really amateurish. Truthfully, it feels like an Animal Crossing song. You know, I don't know what an Animal Crossing song sounds like. Hold up. Hang on. I'm gonna listen to. Oh, I know this song. Hold up. Let me click on this for a second. Hang on. I'm gonna. It's really loud, so I'm just gonna mute the audio for a moment and see what this sounds like. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I see what you mean. Fair. That is quite like that. I agree. All right. Hold up. Let me click on this for a sec. Bubblegums. Okay, I see. Wow. There are songs like that. Yeah. And this is just a sped up version, right? It's just up tempoed. AK slider, man. AK slidered, huh? They have different elements too, like a different type of element. For timing, they have these called trap notes, and trap notes are black. And trap notes can flank anything. So what happens is it punishes you for being not on time. So trap notes tend to be used in that regards. And then I don't think there are anything else so far. So just the trap notes in the end. And here's a good example of the trap notes being used to force timing. I'm going to miss a bunch of them. And then it punishes you hard if you're relying on your vision as opposed to the rhythm, which I'm obviously relying on my vision because I'm a Pepega rhythm gamer. I don't want to talk about it. Oh my gosh. What? You get a lot of doubles, dude. A lot of doubles in this game. And I think largely I've gotten a lot better at doubling. Rhythm games have so many doubles. You know, when you ever hear a drummer play, you hear so many doubles. Just doubles everywhere. Just keep on doubling. And rarely, I do feel like OSU mappers tend to not map doubles. Which I thank them actually, because I'm not very good at doubles in OSU standard. When I mean by doubles, I don't mean I guess it's I don't know how to express it, but like 1/4 notes. Yeah, like 1/4, you know, like quarter notes is what I mean. So like 2 quarter notes, you know, 2 quarter notes in a measure. I don't know what that translates to, but it's like 1/4 the timing of whatever the metronome is. So like doubles in that regards. I'm not sure if that's the standard timing in OSU. I really don't know. Are they quarter notes or are they half notes? Like 2 half notes? It's definitely Dan. Interesting. Hello, definitely Dan. I see. Do you play Rhythm Sprout? Definitely Dan. Hello, Thorn. Thrawn? Thrawn Hatch. I think typically that blue ticks. Typically that's blue ticks. So 8th notes. Oh, so they're 8th notes. Oh, interesting. Yeah, V. Like, I really can't translate. It's difficult It's a lot easier for these. You just finished a nice. What you think? Spoilers, but what you think of the snake transformation and the power peppers? Yeah, so Osu BPM is just so difficult, V, to translate the map timing and like what a third is. Like, what is a third in Osu translated to other rhythm games, which they're on fourths. Generally, the the classical rhythm is like 4/4. I don't know how it translates. So when I'm talking about quarter notes, half notes, it's generally with respect to 4/4. But I don't know how to translate Osu standard meter and BPMs to talk about 4/4s. Absolutely adore this game. The power peppers are fantastic. Snake killed me way too many times. Oh, understandable. I basically just I played the snake person once, and what I did was I did all the space bars and just like kept doing the space bars to look at the chart long enough, and then I start playing. So like for like 2 minutes, like 2 minutes in, I just hit all the space bars so I can see the whole chart, and then start playing. Like add one note back, but the priority was to hit the space bar. Sorry, not space bar, the dodge bar. I keep calling it a space bar because it's fat, but just the dodge bar. I don't know if you play, is this your only rhythm game you've played so far, definitely Dan, or do you play other rhythm games? Vendi and I, we talk about Osu a lot, which is another rhythm game. Most of us here are familiar with Osu. That's what we were discussing at the time. This is what we were talking about. So the power peppers. I play a mix of games. A friend of mine just gifted me trombone. Oh no, you're going for the trombone here. I thought about it too. Trombone Hill, you're in for a treat. Osu is free. Osu is Osu is more of your mechanical game. So like if you can think of Step Mania, you know how arrows go down. It's a mechanical game where people, the community provides most of the charts or the maps, and it's very lively community that largely focuses on performance-based rhythm gaming or music gaming. I think it's more accurate to call them music gaming because rhythm takes priority and not priority depending on what the goal and objective of the mechanics are. I died a lot on the power peppers. Like day 2 and day 3 were all dedicated to power peppers. Then the snake one is like, oh yeah, you gotta hit the space bars. You are the first one that I've met that played this game. Whoop. Outside myself. Whoops. It was an inside joke about the power peppers. I don't know why the green one was incapacitated. Whoops. I almost feel like it had something to do with the Green Ranger, but have you figured that out? Like, do you know the inside joke behind that? I don't know why the green pepper was knocked out for the scene. You know, the following scene. boy. Ugh, I keep forgetting the doubles after. You just gotta hit the space bars and then try again. Just constantly hit the space bars. Are you gonna go for 3 stars? Are you gonna CD collect? How do you feel about CD collecting? Right now, for me, it feels nearly impossible. But I'll stay at it. Until maybe DLC? Maybe? Whoops. I can't talk and do this very well. I'm not a very hip person. Oh my gosh. This is where I lose my place because they add a note. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. I screwed up. Ugh. Ugh. I instantly fell in love with it. I did too. Absolutely. Actually, I fell in love with it when I saw it on the Steam store. Like, wait, the moment it was released, you know, I do the habit where I go on Steam, I scroll down, trending games, right? It's like, dude, this game is so vibrant. It's so nice. You know, like, it's quaint. And it took me 3 days to come to my senses and buy the game. And then I started on February 4th. So today is the 4th day. February 8th. The Power Peppers are so obsessed with just... I know, right? I like the influences. There's like a sprinkle of millennial. Like, it's largely millennial humor with a dash of Zoomer humor on top. Yeah, this is gonna be... I do like my indie games. I play quite a lot of indie games, but this is the first rhythm, or this is the first music game since... Well, since Osu. Osu was my last one, but before that, it was way back, like 6 years ago. It's a RPG team-based rhythm game called Metronomicon. Like way back, 6 years back. It's a Stepmania type game, but it has like RPG elements with 4 tracks, and you switch between the 4 tracks to cast abilities against bosses and stuff. So from time to time, I dabble. Yeah, Metronomicon delivered justice with the power of music. And then you like do horns and stuff, you know, because rock music, I guess. There is another rhythm game that's out that is super popular, or like that did super well. It's published by Bethesda Games, and it's Tango Gameworks. They Phantom dropped it earlier this month. It's called Hi-Fi Rush. So if you ever are interested in a rhythm game hybrid that deals with character action games, basically a character action game would be like FromSoft games, Dark Soul games are character action games. There's one that, yeah. So it's really tempting too. Like and I just for the word of mouth, it is a really nicely priced game for its production value. So if you ever wanted to do something other than a narrative game like this is more of a narrative game that uses step mania approaches. But a character action game, yeah, Hi-Fi Rush. If you want like a top-down grid-based system, Necrodancer, Crypt of the Necrodancer is a rhythm-based top-down grid-based game. There's BPM, which is a first-person shooter based on the rhythm. There's a AAA title that came out called Metal Hellsinger that is a higher production of a first-person shooter that's based on rhythm as well. There's been quite a resurgence. There's been a resurgence of rhythm-based hybrid games, and they're generally quite rewarding. It's kind of gathering. Here's a really long, like, left field hot take, sort of. Due to the spur and exposure to shorts that are rhythm and music inclined, like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, which gather like 60 to 70% of like viewing time nowadays, that kind of propensity, the rewardness of seeing things in sync with clips of music is bleeding into the gaming industry. So now gaming industry tends to look at side projects and even AA productions, like Bethesda published Hi-Fi Rush. So generally speaking, bigger publishers tend not to be open to these things yet, but now it's been moving forward. So now if you like the slamming on rhythms and stuff, it's a good time. It's a good time now. If you're ever into like rhythm games, this is a nice time to be a gamer. What's another? I feel like I'm missing another game that's based on rhythm. That's a hybrid. But those are good ones. Those are good ones to consider, and they're super dirt cheap. Like Tomb of the Necrodancer has been out for a while, and it's still updated. It's still supported by the community. It's kind of like one of those indie titles like Terraria and stuff. They just constantly support the game, which is great. Anyways, just spring some related stuff to why this game exists, in my opinion. If I had to take a guess at where the inspiration, I had a title in mind that was like this. It's like Frederick Saves Music. That's kind of low-key another rhythm game like this, and the storytelling is kind of like that. That was way back, like 10 years ago. I played a series called Frederick Saves Music or something. It feels really nice. If you play any other, like if you play mixed games and just like have other games with music, so everything is always everything is played to music, it can add a little dimension of stuff. But Hi-Fi Rush, that's like now the de facto gold standard, and I look forward to what follows Hi-Fi Rush. That it's the biggest production so far by one of the biggest publishing groups holding, and it's a huge pedigree. The developers of Hi-Fi Rush is Tango Gameworks, and that doesn't mean much to a lot of people, but it's actually an indie company, an indie dev that was founded by Mikami. And Mikami is a really big name. He's a Capcom veteran who recently left Capcom. So when you play Hi-Fi Rush and how it's become a gold standard for character action game, is because this person has the pedigree of like Resident Evil games, DMC, like he's one of the vets. So the character action game is really, really nice on the level of like Team Ninja stuff, Ninja Gaiden and stuff, and add it with a layer of rewarding you if you're on beat. It's not, and the game is open like this, like it's open to the point where, you know, hey, you're not a hardcore person, you can put on beginner mode, so it's really accessible. So now rhythm games are accessible. The game that Vendy and I were talking about, Osu, it's sort of accessible, but when you see the YouTube community, or like you see the content community, you'll realize that it's accessible, but the people that are celebrated are people like, I can't do that. Like, it's a very humbling experience. So for a really long while, even since Harmonix and Guitar Hero, you know, Harmonix and Guitar Hero, and then the following Rock Band competitor, often rhythm games had this air of you have to be really good and you have to practice and work really hard. So I'm excited now, in my opinion, that rhythm hybrid games, like music dominant games, are more mainstream now. And this is a great example. This game is a little, although I don't know if you feel the same, Dan, on your brief. I don't know how long you played this game, but I think the score requirement, the score and combo requirement is a wee bit high. Like, what I mean is, this is a nice, quaint, accessible game. It has like, but for someone who wants to be casual forward and want to be a completionist, ooh, the score threshold and the combo threshold just a wee bit high. Like for some, I would consider myself someone who plays rhythm game on a fairly above average at this point, but holy heck, the threshold, yeah. So I don't know where the devs are going with this. SURT, I think is the dev's name, SURT. I don't know what they're gonna go with this, but it's a weird mix of, are you guys really going there? Is there gonna be a leaderboard thing in the future? Like, those requirements are really high. Just to give you a perspective, as someone who's familiar with rhythm games, a game that's similar to this, that has this type of functionality, is called Muse Dash. It's a game called Muse Dash. It's like $5 for the base mechanics, and then a 300 song DLC for another $4, right? And Muse Dash's requirements for like the top score, like a clear score, is around 90 to 93% accuracy. It's a two button side scrolling, but it has 2 inputs. This game technically has 3, but it's really 2.5 because the dodge mechanic is minor input, and that is a performance based game. Muse Dash is about like mechanics. It's mechanic forward, and its threshold is tough. And this game has an even tougher threshold. And the timing window is it's almost, I would say it's probably even more stricter. It's stricter slightly than even some of the mechanically focused games, which is weird because this is such a casual friendly game, but they all of a sudden, it's like, wait, but the requirements for performance is like cutthroat. And I'm still obviously trying to play more and figure out my weaker game, and then try to like maybe unlock. I'm aiming for 10 CDs. There's an achievement in this game for 10 CDs. I think reasonably I can find 3 more CDs, but 25 CDs? That's every map outside the bonus map. And the bonus maps, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Like you should. you keep wondering if it's, and I don't blame you for that feeling. I felt the same way, and I play a game like Osu is a game that people are really nuanced in their calibration and their timing. It's a perfection type of game, right? And this, it's because the window is so tight. Like, it is really tight from your visual. You're almost anticipatory hitting the chart as opposed to using the music as a cue. And I don't know how to offset it, but it is within like 40 milliseconds. It is less than 40 milliseconds. So for example, when you were calibrating for your hardware input, you probably got around 8 milliseconds, unless you're like some really tricked out keyboard with lower hardware input, but you probably got around 80 milliseconds, and you probably got -5 or 0-ish milliseconds for linking the visuals with the hit bar. But we're talking about, like, if you look at a respective of your calibration on your hardware input, that's 80 milliseconds, and I feel the window is smaller than 80 milliseconds, and that's crazy. Usually other rhythm games, like other music games, their windows are wide enough to accommodate the average hardware latency. So you got to think about yourself hitting early, sort of. Even the offset feels like it's not good enough, but anyways. They want us to play at power. No, I'm you gotta tell me what you like. I'm not gonna show you the levels. I don't want to show you levels because it takes away from, you know, the charm of this game. But these levels that you unlock, they're just titled level 26 to 30. I'm looking forward to hearing what you think of these, because they're they're no CDs, no chance. Oh, you did? Oh, you do, man. Like, what is this? What is this nonsense? But you can clear them just by hitting the space bars, so there's that. But, you know, what the heck, dude? I know, right? You have to like weave in space bars. Like, what do you do? I mean, what you do is you put on turbo mode and you know, full combo it, right? I'm just kidding. Don't try to do that. When the dodge bars come in, I'm screwed, more or less. Oh my gosh. Save me. Save me. Oh my... Like this? What is... I can't process that. The only reason I cleared it is because I focus on the space bars first. I mean, the dodge bars first, and then try to develop it from it. So I try to add an extra note before and after the dodge bars over time to get better at it. Okay, that's a workup. Like, yeah, we have Like I'm working up to doing those. Not doable at the moment. I just get extremely nervous and try to hit every note every time I play. Yeah. Yeah. I feel ya. I definitely understand. See, I could get this too. Maybe I can get this. This is the CD right here. My goal right now is to aim for 10 CDs. That's all. Because I can't. And then I'm using the randomizer to get better at the evade, the dodge bar. We're just gonna go for the full combo, I guess. I love this track though. This track is amazing. Until the speakers break. Then it's like still funny. But I do like the bass track. It's very, very lovely. It's a little bit of a rest, you know, from the noise factory. Oh, by the way, do you use the default controls? It's very it's a defining thing for me to pick up this game. And probably not what you're expecting. So I'm actually using one hand for this game, and I'm using my right hand to hit the space bar. To the dodge bar. I might have gotten it. Oh, hey. Oh, wait, you tried the controller? How did that work out? How did that work out? Man, my ACK I wasn't focused on ACK. I was just focused on getting the combo first. Then we'll try to focus on the ACK. Let's see. Did you get the first levels? The first 3 levels, easy peasy. Build confidence. If you want a confidence boost, first 3 levels. And then suddenly your confidence, I just throw my confidence in the trash. The moment after the first 3 levels, like, yep. Just you know, just pitch it in the trash. It's a very humbling experience. Today I mix it up between that and keyboard. I see. Controller wasn't bad. I think it just depends on how well it's calibrated. That's fair. That's fair. I haven't tried. It's hard to explain how, but okay. So I use a 2-button keypad. It's kind of strapped to this, so I can't really. But there are 2 buttons here, and I use this for the rhythm game that I mentioned earlier, Osu. So the left and right notes are played on one hand on those 2, and then I bound the dodge bar to my down arrow, and then my sugar rush is my right arrow on my keyboard. So my keyboard then sits where my mouse is, and I'm using my right hand to tap those while I rely on my left hand. One of the things I'm doing is I play Osu a lot, and Osu relies on those 2 keys, and I'm basically trying to double dip. I'm trying to like practice Osu while also playing this game. But I do have a controller. When you said a controller, do you mean like a gamepad? Like, was it an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller or a Logitech maybe? And how'd you map it? I'm curious. How'd you map the controller? Xbox? Okay, I have an Xbox controller as well. Like, what did you use to map? Did you use a trick like the shoulder buttons at all? I'm genuine. We had a talk, like a theory talk, a couple times when we with other people about this, like how to lay out a controller for it. As I feel less fatigue using controller. What? Really? Interesting. You have less fatigue using a controller. That's... were you holding the controller? Like in your hand? You were holding the whole thing? Or did you... Like, for me, I can think I would put my controller on my desk and I would like tap it like a keyboard. That's the only way I can imagine myself playing it. You have it rest... Okay. Okay. I just had to do... So, D-pad... Okay, so D-pad is... Oh, okay. And the top button... We're done. Wait, so you used one hand? Did you only use your thumb or something? Wait, let me actually... Sorry, I don't use my Xbox controller very often, so let me take a look. I see. Huh. Oh, you use both hands? Wait, how do you do that? How do you negotiate the D-pad with both hands? One hand is left and dodge, and the other is right and sugar rush. But is it all on the D-pad? No. Oh, buttons. Oh, sorry. So D-pad is left, button is right. Is it any button? And then D-pad is any direction? Or is it left and then one of the buttons? And the top button... Oh, no, sorry. You already answered the button question. The top button, as in Y. Yeah, Y is dodge. And then I would think, you know, that's actually pretty solid. The entire D-pad counts as left. So I'm guessing you made the B button right, because you can like use like your thumb and hit the joint or your tip for the space bar. So you do like a middle joint for the B button to hit the right and then tap down further. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. That's a solid setup. All right, hang on, I gotta go for this axe score. I need to figure out where I want to sugar rush. Wherever there's... Okay. Must be on time now. No sloppiness. Oh, that's sloppiness. Dang it. It's too inaccurate. I have too many B's already. Oh, I screwed up. It's okay. I was trying to maximize Sugar Rush. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know. That's probably coffers. Hey, coffers. Enough score? Dang it. No, I wasn't going for FC. I already had an FC. We're getting a little bit better, actually. Ah, okay, that's a good Sugar Rush place. We just have to increase our accuracy now, though. Too many bees. Maybe that's enough Sugar Rush? Like that part? I don't know if that part is good enough. Oops. Is grass touching? Wait, you're gonna touch grass today? Was trying. Wait, did you succeed though? It was not enough. Too many bees. And I accidentally dropped a note. Couldn't make it happen. Oh, okay. Gotta take out trash. And taking out trash counts as touching grass for coffers. Newsflash. We talk about this, it's fine. I think that's a good Sugar Rush place. I accidentally dropped it. Trying to hit Sugar Rush makes me drop combos a lot. Oops. Well, it's shocked. I'm always late on the third triple. Man, I really wanted that CD. My accuracy went up. That's still 90%. That's still 90%. Or less than 90%. We have to get above 90% for the score ratio. Okay. One last time. We got this. Free CD, right? Is that good enough? I think that's good enough. I sugar rushed a little bit too. Yes! I sugar rushed it a little too late, but it's fine. Act's good. Good enough act. We got the CD. I'm back from taking out and touching grass. Alright. Fine. Coffers, I'm glad you touched grass. Oh hey, we got a new unlockable. Now we gotta wear it, obviously. We have to wear it. Achievement hunting and all. The suit sprout. Nice. Wait, we need an appropriate we'll put it a katana. There we go. We did it. We got the free CD. 2 more CDs to go. We took the easy ones. So we're building up. We took the... Okay, so with that said, then... we can probably try for this one. Way back. Gotta get those CDs. Unless you're a zoomer, then you don't have to collect CDs. That's a thing of the past. We'll go for combo first. Ruined. Okay, that was a pretty decent place to sugar rush. So now we're going for Ack. I don't know. We were accurate, you know. We did hit a trap though, so that's negative points. We did it! We got the act. Oh man, that's way above 90%. That's like 93%. Hooray! Alright, now we gotta combo it. So all we have to do is focus on not breaking combo. That's just it. And then we got our 9th CD. The amount of improvement in after 3 days, you know? Nailed it. Nice. 9 CDs. Oh, hey, that's above 90% act too. A ghost hologram. Huh. Interesting. A ghost hologram. Now we have nothing. We can't do like that. I've exhausted everything. We have nothing now. That's it. Those are the only levels. When I first played through, I was like, chance. Oh wait. There's one more level. One more level, actually. I could combo. Actually, there might be 2 levels. Candy Factory is possible. And the very last thing, Payflow's official fan club too. So there's 2 opportunities. Let's see. I'm basically going from the most doable up because it's gonna be a travesty when we start. So let's try Candy Factory. This is a pretty good jam too. This is a pretty baseline. If you wanted to introduce someone to DMB, this is the baseline DMB. Like in this game. This track is just classic DMB. Light, very light DMB. There is a proper DMB song, like full ham DMB song in this game. It's bonus level 1. I just need to get combo. You're off for now. It was good. It was nice to meet you too, definitely, Dan. You're gonna have to fill me in on your experience. And then like other rhythm games, like all the other rhythm games. I really it's fun watching people play rhythm games or music games in general. Thanks for stopping by. I have to sneak in and lurk a little bit. Really appreciate it. Good luck with everything. You too. Thank you. I should play the whole thing. That's a rare miss. I don't usually miss that one. Oops. I skipped. Okay, this might be a little harder than I... Oh no. I forgot. This is the one that I'm thinking of, not the other one. The step. I don't have enough finger control. This is where Sun would destroy the finger control back and forth forever. Like super low BPM. Good thing I got the score done. Now it's just hitting them. Could be Pepega accuracy. Alright. Try again. Oh, it's already 9:30, huh? Accuracy will come with time. And go. Oh, good luck, Hef. Good luck. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Hef. All right. We're now we're just going on improvement time. We'll try to improve on things. I think that's the best I've got. So now we're gonna try to farm for some consistency before the day's over. Okay. I blanked. Dang it. I sugar rushed a little too late. I didn't know if I had enough ACK anyways, but I should have went for it. No, I didn't have enough ACK. That's below 90. Wrong input. Oh, that's not a good place to sugar rush. This place might be. Yeah, this place. I just lost so much ACK. Yeah, that's a good place. So the back and forth, just like steady BPM. Good place to farm. Farm score. Just like skip the note. I read prematurely and just skipped the note. Weird. Uh, I was trying to figure out where to sugar rush, and it's so hard to figure out when to sugar rush and not lose your train of thought. Okay. It's further down. Oops. Oops. Get that 10th CD. I got it! Nailed it! For both! At the same time! Nice. Oh, above 90%. We have peaked. We have peaked. That's it. We're done. We got a lot to go. Peak performance. Alright, now let's see if we can do some of these. I tapped one extra time. Oops. This is not a good place to sugar rush. Okay. I don't know if I have enough time after this. No? This isn't good either. Oops. Nah, this isn't a good place either. My dad coming out of nowhere with my new phone. Oh, snap! Congrats on your new phone. Accuracy is kinda high enough. Just need to find a good sugar rush place. It's probably the bridge. Dang it. I dropped so many doubles because I was trying to focus on seeing if they're perfect yet. Whoops. Dude, I lose so much ag from that. I don't know the timing of that. But, okay. Ag plummets so much from that triple. 2 lefts, 1 right triple. Not good enough. See if I can combo this. Dude, that's so hard. I need to slow down. Well, I got a little better. The starting on the reverse finger is getting a little bit better. I'm starting to remain calm. Quite a bit calmer. 75% act though. New score. Improvement. Let's keep going. Got a score farm. It's getting my finger control in check though. Lots of finger control. Uh. I almost FC'd it. Almost. Oops. I don't know where to. I don't know where to sugar rush there though. It's kind of hard. Almost FC the hardest part for me. We just gotta practice triples. Triples are bad. Getting better. I was trying to get the timing now, focusing on the... I dropped one. I dropped only 2 triples. Oops. I dropped 3. Oh yeah, right. I forgot game night. Right. Yeah. Give me a sec. Man. All right. New scores. Hey. Game night switch. I almost knocked over my drink.